Mad City Money is a reality store simulation in which students are learning financial literacy skills. Students are given a walk of life, if you will, when they enter the room, and it's a scenario of age, employment, education, family status. And from that, they need to negotiate a budget and visit approximately 20 different stations around the room. Some of the stations are the housing station, the child care station, the mall, where merchants are trying to sell them things that they probably don't need, but maybe things that they want, the car dealership, the credit union or the credit association, where they need to go for loans and to balance their budget at the end of the day. There's also a fickle finger of fate, in which a person walks around the room and students are presented with a good and a bad scenario. The good scenario may be that they won the lottery, and the not so good scenario might be they're bankrupt.
How many kids have you got?
Well, I have one kid.
Okay. How old are you?
You guys have questions on that? 6 months.
The Mad City Money event is sponsored in partnership with the Wisconsin Institute of Certified Public Accountants, WICPA. And through this grant, the 4 high schools are able to offer this program that brings in the business leaders of the community and matches them up with students. And over the course of these 4 days, one per high school, there's approximately 1,200 students that actually go through this event.
We partnered with Heartland Credit Union, and they sponsored the event again this year. The event wouldn't be possible without their financial backing. They pay for the simulation, and they also furnish many, many, many volunteers. We also partner with many parents and business people who choose to donate time to the event in way of being a merchant.
We also offer a 1-bedroom
And how many
at a
people in your
cost of
family?
$395 a month. So those are rental opportunities.
What we have is...
One of the things that's exciting about this activity is when you walk in the room, all the students are busy. Every one of them is engaged in going to a station, discussing with friends what's happening in their particular walk of life, or seeking advice from teachers or business professionals. And that's the important thing. Everyone's involved. You can hear a buzz across the room. You can see students saying, oh no, I have to really go back and negotiate this loan because I spent too much on my first car. And those are the real life situations that we want students to experience.
Yeah. And then you want to go to the zoo?
Is it free?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was a lawyer, so I started out with a lot of money, but I also didn't have, I also had a lot of loans that I had to pay off, so I had to keep that into account. And I think actually my wife was deceased, so I didn't have another person to help me provide for my kids, and I know I had a kid. But overall, they did a really good job of making it each person was really specific or whatever, so you got kind of into your role.
We only spent $27 on fun stuff.
I thought the events were really helpful for real life, and everything we did was so realistic, especially the buying a house and a car, and deciding if you needed to buy a car and a credit card and stuff. What surprised me the most was when we went to the mall and stuff. They really pressured you into buying the better thing. So they really wanted you to buy the really nice cell phone instead of just the really cheap one, and wanting you to buy the Lamborghini or instead of taking the bus. So just how pressureful they were, and how they really wanted you to buy the really nice stuff and spend more money.
Yeah, I'll put video games.
Okay. How you doing?
The Mad City Money event is really part of a national initiative to increase financial literacy of all students. Financial literacy is truly becoming more and more important to the teenagers of today. We look at some of the statistics, and 47% of teenagers already have a savings account, 12% have a checking account, and 15% have an ATM card. Nationwide, only 14% of students actually take a class in the subject area. But on the other hand, 69% of students say that they learn the most about financial literacy from their parents.
Students react extremely positively to the event. There are many students who may not do great in class, but when they're presented with a simulation like this, they not only learn how to keep track of their checkbook, but they also learn how to deal with high pressure sales.
I learned most about like buying what you need as opposed to what you want. And I learned that how much I want to provide for my kids or whatever, like I got to get a good job in order to do that.
I was really excited to do it and looking forward to it, so I really thought it was helpful, especially because I want to go into business, so like it was really helpful seeing like the realistic side of things.
I hope that students walk away from the Mad City Money simulation practicing what they'll do in the future. I'd rather have them make mistakes with pretend money than with their real money.
We hope that this message is taken home, that students participated in the Mad City Money event, and it can cause some conversation at home too, in terms of the realities of financial literacy. The major goal of the event is that students will become more financial literate through this activity, or at least aware of some of the challenges that they may face in the future. We hope that coupling Mad City Money with the consequences that people are facing and the realities that they're facing now will really help them to be better financial consumers in their future.